Raider fans. With more local brews than ever before, you are sure to find a local favorite this season in the Blue Raider Beer Garden. Enjoy the thrill of the game at the Blue Raider Beer Garden and try our selection of brews from Cedar Glade Brews, Mayday Brewery, or Life is Brewing. All available for your tasting pleasure in the Blue Raider Beer Garden above Section D in the Murphy Center. Thank you, Cedar Glade Brews, Mayday Brewery, and Life is Brewing for your support of MTSU Athletics.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
City Auto Murfreesboro welcomes Mitsubishi to our dealership.
Hear me okay?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Avenue off Old Fort Parkway. Visit our new showroom and see the new Outlander lineup with award-winning safety features and a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Named #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Plug into the Power and the Outlander. Plug-in hybrid and take your tailgating to
you
a
can
whole new level. Shop
kind of
City
move
Auto
it down a
online
little bit.
Yeah, I think I will.
and win with Mitsubishi.
There we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mic's up. Welcome back to Rick Ensel Live on this Monday night. How about a nice welcome for our athletic director, Chris Massaro. Chris, you're here every Monday night, but it's the first time we've had you on. I want to talk a little bit about the tournament and tickets and so forth. But first, boy, it is really wonderful to have this tournament close to home and within easy driving distance where our fans can get there.
Yeah, and it's great. We fought hard to have it in Huntsville, and I think that everybody that went for the UT game had a tremendous experience, and we just need to make that our home court for both the men and the women, and it's to our advantage, and so we just need to encourage everybody in this room and everybody listening to find a way to get down to Huntsville and help support those Blue Raiders.
Get down there and you can spend the week, or you can drive back and forth. So if you have obligations, you can see the games, come back, go back the next day.
No doubt about it, Dick, and it's close. It's 2 hours, so people can do that. Our women's bracket's really it's set, so we know exactly what time our women are playing. So we can plan around it, and the men got a little bit of work to do. I mean, it's jumbled to see. We could finish anywhere from 3rd to like 7th, so that bracket will change a great deal this week.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And the women's bracket is about the same as far as the middle part of the bracket, because I think our team and Sam Houston are the only two that know exactly when they're going to play.
Right, and we'll play in the 4-5 winner, and don't know kind of who that will be, and then obviously the first game we'll have is the winner of the 8-9 game, and then that'll transfer into the 4-5 game. But I think there's a lot of confusion about tickets and those kind of things, and so the best thing to do, what I'd encourage everybody, is to buy tickets through our ticket office. Each school has to buy 200 full books And so we're on the hook for those, and our fans have really responded with those. And I think that's the best way. And if you work out the math, you could do 3 women's game and 1 men's game, and then it works out. And then anything after that, that's the most economical way to do it. I think that right now you can buy individual tickets in Huntsville, and if that fits your needs, we certainly want you to do that. Until like next week, till the week of the tournament, you've got to buy them in 4s. And then that restriction will probably be lifted sometime next week, is the week of the tournament. So if it just fits your calendar to come on Friday, come Friday. Don't worry about tickets. It's a great arena. It won't sell out, but we would like to come close with as much Blue Raiders as possible.
Well, if we have as many down there as we did for the Tennessee games, there's going to be a lot of blue down there.
It will be, and I just can't stress it enough that basketball is a tournament sport, and it really comes down to those 3 games in March. It's your conference tournament, and it's so important for us to execute every advantage we have for those 3 games, and to be able to do that 2 hours from our home with these Blue Raider fans. I mean, I've never seen the Boulevard this full. And so I'm highly confident we're going to go in there and make a tremendous impact on Huntsville and help carry 2 teams to the championship.
What type of obligation do we have on having the tournament there? Is it a multi-year deal? Or?
It'll be there for sure for the next 2 years, and there's an option for a 3rd year. And Huntsville is really trying. They are really trying hard. They're excited to host. The community's behind it. They've got a concert every night, free community concert every night at the arena. So they're trying to wrap a lot of entertainment around it as well. So I think people will go and have a tremendous time. And we want people from all over the conference to go because, again, I think it's the best location we could have. And next year with Kennesaw State coming into our league, that's an easy drive as well. So there's about 4 or 5 schools that can drive to it, and that's where the basketball fans are. They're at Middle Tennessee, they're at Western Kentucky, and those are the ones that typically carry the tournament.
Yeah, you mentioned Kennesaw. Talk a little bit about the conference next year, what it's going to look like.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting conference. So we'll add Kennesaw in all of our sports. So it'll start with the fall. And then the year after that, Delaware comes on board. And so Conference USA is growing. It's strong. It's been a great league for us the last couple of years. We think about Florida Atlantic and being in the Final Four. Liberty football last year making the New Year's 6 bowl games. I mean, those are things that Conference USA hasn't done before. And now we're doing it in our league, and so this tournament's going to be great on both sides, and there's a lot of close games, and so we're excited about it.
Well, our basketball team's going to be making their first trip to Liberty tomorrow, and we certainly appreciate the fact that you're allowing the team to charter up there and back because that kind of makes that makes a difference.
Yeah, and this time of year, you hope it helps us because, again, these 2 games are really important for our women in terms of how they posture for the NCAA. Like our net ranking right now is 38, so you want to be in a position where if there is an upset and somebody happens to beat us, that we still get an at-large bid. And so we want to have every advantage we can, and also we don't want to wear out our team with travel the week before the conference basketball tournament. So this made a lot of sense for us to charter to Liberty. So yep. Dick, you're gonna be flying in style.
That's right. It's March. Of course, it's a March Madness, and it's going to start Wednesday at the Murphy Center with the state basketball tournaments.
Yeah, we're very excited to host the TSSAA, and because of that, we've moved our game with the men to Tuesday night, and also the time of our women's game to 9:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. And I know Coach will talk about it, but we'll give biscuits to fans that Coach is buying and those kind of things. And it's nice to work with coaches that see the value of the high school tournament because, Rick held a lot of trophies in that tournament for a number of years, and to be able to move that game to an unconventional time to 9:30, so the TSSAA can still have a great experience here. So I would encourage everybody to come. High school basketball is some of the best entertainment you could have, and to watch these kids out there putting it out on the line every night for their school is really a lot of fun. And we're just proud to be able to host it, Dick. And this is a tradition long that preceded me, and it preceded all these coaches, and it'll be a tradition long after we're done. But that is also one of our arguments for improvements of the Murphy Center is the value that the TSSAA and those kind of things, events that bring to your community as a whole and to your city in particular. It's a wonderful event, and it's great for our Murfreesboro and Rutherford County.
We could do a whole segment on that, I think, but
yes, we could.
We've got Courtney Whitson is going to be coming up here next, and Kyle Turnham's going to do the honors there. So I know you want to be listening to that, and we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, and I love being Courtney's warm-up act. So she's the star of the show, that's for sure.
All right, Chris Massaro, our athletic director. Glad to have him along again as the Raiders get ready to hit the road. Blue Raider fans, get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town for your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs. Lee Company is the team to call. We'll be back. Courtney Whitson next on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
Put Lee Company on your team to keep you and your family warm this season. Their expert technicians can perform a 22-point inspection and tune-up to ensure your HVAC system is good no matter how cold it gets. Their expert technicians can perform a 22-point inspection and tune-up to ensure your HVAC system is good to go no matter how cold it gets. And while you're at it, ask them how to get endless hot water by installing an energy-efficient tankless water heater. Schedule your appointment today at leecompany.com or give them a call at 615-867-1000. Lee Company, all you need.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
RoscoeBrown.com.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raiders.
And I think they're going to take care of all that stuff for us. So drop your mic down.
Lower than low prices.
That'll probably help a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
You can enjoy
There you
over
go.
$500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus,
Can
you
people
earn
hear us
fuel
right
points
now?
to save up
Yeah.
to $1 per gallon at the pump.
Right now?
With a Boost
Yeah.
membership,
That I'm not sure.
you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm really
Savings
in
may
here
vary
with
by
the cow.
state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
Welcome back to Rick Insel live at the Boulevard, and we are joined by royalty, Miss Courtney Whitson, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
What about that?
Yep, that's it's kind of like I've done this for 5 years. It's kind of weird. Every time it feels it's like a new energy. I just appreciate it, guys. It's family, so.
Well, and I think that's reciprocation for all the energy that you've brought the entire time that you've been here as well. Yeah, you know, as I was preparing today, going over these notes, I asked Jacob to send me some notes on you, and it turned into a War and Peace novel to try to go over a couple of things. But, you know, what you've done obviously on the floor is well documented. And I want to go over a couple of these things that people, you know, that are here probably know this. People that are listening may not. All-time leading three-point scorer, first in minutes played in program history, one of 2 Lady Raiders to record 1,000 career rebounds, and you became the 33rd member of the Lady Raider 1,000-point club during the 22-23 season.
33rd.
Yeah, 33rd. Had a couple go before. But the one thing that people don't necessarily know or recognize as much is the work that you've done off the floor. Mm-hmm. And when you're looking at the President's Award, you've won it for 2 years, and we're going for the hat trick. Going for the hat trick, okay? I'm going to put a word in. I don't know if that does any good, but going for the hat trick there.
That is the biggest honor, I will say. And I tell you guys thank you all the time, but I couldn't thank you enough, seriously.
And, you know, that's some really impressive stuff, because the phrase is student athlete, and the student comes before the athlete. And it just goes to show how you've had your priorities in order from day one, and you've looked at being a student with every bit the energy that you looked at in terms of your athletic ability and all that you've gotten out of that. And as it relates to your degree, if you had to design your future, what would it look like with your degree from Middle Tennessee?
Okay, so I graduated with a major in English and then a minor in coaching, and I did a lot of work in the education program. I wouldn't say, I've never been in the position where I'm like, okay, I don't have my mind made up. I do know one thing, that I'm surrounded by great people that will make sure that if I do fall, I won't land too hard. So I'm making sure that I'm keeping the right people in my corner, not closing too many doors. But I want to stay around the game. I want to make sure that I'm continuing in my platform with basketball. I'm a teacher at heart, so just being around people, building those relationships. Wherever I land, I know, once again, that I'll be in good hands. But, yeah, I don't know for sure yet. I don't know when that ball's going to stop rolling, so keeping that door open too. But just I want to get into coaching and use my English major if I ever do want to take the secondary route, secondary education. I'm going to keep that open too. So just kind of staying present, making sure that I complete this chapter, then I'll move to the next when it's time.
Well, you're going to be phenomenal at it because you've been phenomenal at everything else, so it doesn't make any difference when you go into coaching. If you go into teaching, whatever the case may be, that's going to be something that you're going to excel at. And being a coach really comes very easy for you. It's something that comes very natural for you because as we've watched you over the years, you are an extension of Coach Insel on the floor. You're the one doing a large majority of the talking. Now, you've had others that have joined you in that, but you've been phenomenal as a leader in terms of just communication, and people underestimate just how important that is. Talk about how you see the communication aspect of what you do as a player.
Thank you. I'll say that I'm a very observant person. I may be loud and I may talk a lot and I may be very energetic, but one of the things I've always done, even since I was a little girl, my mom said that whenever she would take my older siblings to practice, that I would sit on the sidelines. I wouldn't talk and I would just observe. And that's when I fell in love with the game of basketball. I was able to observe.
How old were you then?
I was 5 years old.
5, okay.
Yeah. And so I fell in love with the game, but one of the things that I like to do is I like to observe, and I like to observe people's energy and how they coach, their style of leadership. And I've always known that once I watched those people and how they lead and their impact that they had on other people, not just their own lives, that's when I knew that coaching was what I wanted to do. So whenever I was on my visit here, I noticed how, even Mom said it the other day, she's like, the first thing that she saw was that little girl again whenever I came to watch their practice, and I was just sitting there and I was watching how each of the different coaches, starting with Coach Insel, observing how they handled other people, how they coached, you know, their style. So I think that's one of my things. I've taken all my favorite parts of each of our different coaches and the coaches that I've played for over the years and been able to kind of mold that. I haven't even started coaching yet, but know, hey, this is how I want to lead. This is what works for me. And just being able to see how different people are wired. I'm so built on the core of relationships and family, which is why I came here. And so just being able to carry that with me for the rest of life is something I'll never take for granted. So.
Talk to that end about the family aspect of this program and just how important it is. You know, I've made the comment when we went down to Huntsville and played Tennessee, when we took more fans than Western Kentucky had at their own arena. And even the other night when we brought everybody down on the floor, this program oozes family.
Yeah.
It epitomizes family. And it's not a catchphrase. It's not something that's just said. It's something that's felt. It's something that is really promoted.
Yeah.
Talk about that as it relates to the locker room and just how much of a family you and your teammates are.
Well, many people don't know I originally committed to a different school before I even committed here. And so when I was making my final decision, I knew I wanted that family. And I decommitted because I didn't feel the culture that I wanted to experience. And I knew I wanted to be a part of a family and someone who appreciated family. They let my family be a part of that locker room, just, you know, like they're on the team, like they're there with us every day, and they're not. So I knew I wanted somewhere where I could find that. And whenever you say it's not just catchphrase, and I always try to remind myself, because there's so many highs and there's so many lows in every season, and this journey has been full of highs and lows. And one of the things I always ground myself with is that I have these people at the end of the day, and that my basketball, my performance, and, you know, whether I do great, whether I do horrible, whether we win, whether we lose, I know that at the end of the day I'm doing it for this, you know, that there's a platform much bigger than basketball. So that's what drew me here, is the family, and it's exceeded my expectations. So.
Well, you know, I talk a lot as a coach about that there are 3 covenants in your life in no particular order: your faith, your family, and your teammates. Because at the end of the day, even your coaches are not in that locker room after they leave. They're not the ones doing the running. They're not the ones in the weight room doing all those things. They facilitate it, but they're not there. And that's where, you know, you look at the love that you guys have for each other, and make no mistake, it's evident off the floor as well, and how that parlays itself into being the cohesive unit that you guys are.
Yeah. You mentioned faith and love. You know, I've told you that for 5 years. I'm a woman of my faith. And one of the things, the great thing about being a teammate, is that you see a locker room. Look at us. We have all these international girls. We have people from all different backgrounds, all different cultures, all different parts of the world. We come together in one little locker room, and that our coaches entrust us to do these great things. And so we have to get to know each other. Like I said earlier, we have to know how each other's are wired. You know, I have to be able to say, okay, you're from Russia, I'm from Kingsport, Tennessee. Nice to meet you. Now let's go win a championship. And so how do we do that? Through faith, through love, through the support of all you guys. So that's just the beauty of all of it. And the beauty is what people don't see, the unseen, the highs and the lows, like I mentioned. So.
You know, the other night, and I made this comment to you and Sav, obviously, after the game, it was so impressive, even though you know that you're there for senior day and you're going to be, you know, rewarded, for lack of better terms, after the game's over with. It's still an emotional game because you know it's there.
Yeah.
Yet, if someone would to have come to that game and watched you and Sav alone, they would have never known that it was senior day, because there was no change of emotion as it relates to you two. It was business as usual. And your ability, and hers as well, to compartmentalize those emotions and spin them when it came time.
Yeah.
But as far as the game was concerned, because I kept an eye on you and kept an eye on her, and I'm like, is this going to get to them? Because, you know, normal players, it gets to them, okay? You guys are not normal players. And you could just see the, you know, the toughness come out, and just really, really impressive. But how, you know, how did you go about dealing with that? Because after the game, they came out.
Kind of just taking that focus off myself, like I said, making sure that it's bigger than basketball. And our coaches all week were saying, hey, you know, we still have a game to win. Keep the first thing first. Making sure our priorities are straight. And I know that other people were dependent upon me. If it was just me going out there and saying, hey, okay, I probably would have lost it if it was just me focusing on myself. But I knew that my teammates were dependent on me. My coaches are dependent on me. You guys are dependent upon me to do what I've been brought here to do. So just keeping that in the back of my mind. And then when it was time, I was like, I'm not going to get emotional. It's okay. Before the game even started, I'm pretty sure I broke down the locker room, Coach Vick's speech. And then by the end of the game, they were coming.
Yeah, he set you up with that speach before the game. I can't, you know.
Yeah, thanks, Coach Vick. I was like, oh, my gosh, here he goes. I'm about to start crying, too. We got a game to win. Come on.
Back up, Coach. Hang on. Yep. Last thing, and you know, I don't even know if you've given this a lot of thought, but you certainly have left a legacy here. You've left such. I'm gonna get emotional.
Don't you do that.
Sorry.
I'll get emotional too.
You've left a tremendous legacy here.
Thank you.
The impression that you've made on so many people is so impressive. When you leave here, what do you want your legacy to be? Sorry about that.
It's okay. Are you asking what do you want my legacy to be as far as leaving here looking back or just moving forward?
Either way, just you know, because I mean, when you're in the moment, it's hard to think about your legacy. But as you get closer to the finish line, you know, what would you like for people 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now to go, hey, you were Courtney Whitson.
You know, I tell people all the time that the stats and the records and all that, they may be written down in a book, and the wins and losses, all those things are great, and that's what we work for. But those go out the window whenever you remember the relationships you built. So I want people, you know, the thing that touched my heart most is whenever I see you guys and you guys remember, hey, freshman year, one of the fans told me, sorry, I'm going to get emotional, said we had an open practice, and it's my freshman year. And I was at the Gatorade stand, and I looked up in the stands, and I said, thanks for coming, or gave him a hey. And my mom has raised me like that. And I got here, I knew a program that I was able to, I knew when I came here they were going to let me be who I was created to be. So the fact that people will remember that I made them feel important. So I just want to be known as someone who created a relationship, created a family, who gave you all the enjoyment of seeing us play, but also that made you feel important, because I wouldn't be able to do all these things. We wouldn't win the championships that we win if it wasn't for you guys. So just, I want to be remembered for the way this platform, the gift of basketball, the coaches, the program has given me the opportunity to build relationships with people.
Well, I think I could speak for everybody here. I'll leave that with 2 words. Mission accomplished, sweetie. Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney Whitson.
Thanks, guys. Thank you all. I appreciate you.
Well deserved, sweetie.
Thank
well
you.
deserved.
Thanks.
And with that, we will go to our commercial break, and we'll be right back on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach McDevitt, and I want to talk some trash. No, not about the game. I want to talk about the litter problem on our roadways. Did you know that the Tennessee Department of Transportation spends over $23 million every year just to pick up litter? There's over 100 million pieces of litter on our roadways at any given time, making our state unsightly and unsafe. Litter harms our highways, waterways, even our wildlife. So let's do something about it. Don't litter, remind others not to, and report littering when you see it. We can beat litter, but only if we're all on the same team. Join the movement today. Visit NobodyTrashesTennessee.com and go Blue Raiders.
MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 6 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information, or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
Blue Raider fans, with more local brews than ever before, you are sure to find a local favorite this season in the Blue Raider Beer Garden. Enjoy the thrill of the game at the Blue Raider Beer Garden and try our selection of brews from Cedar Glade Brews, Mayday Brewery, or Life is Brewing. All available for your tasting pleasure in the Blue Raider Beer Garden above Section D in the Murphy Center. Thank you, Cedar Glade Brews, Mayday Brewery, and Life is Brewing for your support of MTSU Athletics.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and makes the competition speechless. Greatness starts here with a built Ford Tough F-150 at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Fun is in full bloom, Tennessee, and the multiplayer Insta games are buzzing in. These colorful tickets offer chances to multiply your wins 10, 20, 50, and even 100 times. It's a beautiful day for bigger and bigger prizes, and they're ripe for the picking right now. Find the multiplier instant games today at your nearest Tennessee Lottery retailer. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
Welcome back into Rick Hensel Live on this Monday night from the Boulevard. I'd like to thank Kyle, and of course you don't get a player like Courtney every day, do you, Coach?
I talk to the Next Level Club a lot, and also our coaches show. But I went to Chris and I said, hey, we're recruiting a young lady up in East Tennessee, and I need Dr. McPhee's plane. And I said, this is crucial. And I flew all of our staff up over the top of that high school. I wanted everybody to see us coming in. It was Middle Tennessee. And landed right by the high school. Matt, Kim, myself, Shalon was with us at that time. And we got out and walked in. And her granddaddy said to me, you gonna get her. So I didn't worry about the rest of the time. You know, Sonia and all them, they were recruiting her. The granddaddy told me, you gonna get her. And so Saturday, when I left the Next Level Club, I stopped and hugged him. He was in a wheelchair.
Right.
And I told Courtney when I went in, that's when she broke down. I said, your granddaddy is the one that got you here. Now, she claims she saw my son, Tom, walking through the airport at Charlotte and felt like that was an omen. The good Lord was sending it down, you need to come to Middle Tennessee. But I'm going to say it was a granddaddy.
That's a great story, Coach. And like I say, you know, you can't replace a player like Courtney Whitson.
But the fuel that we had to use on that plane, the Next Level Club and you guys paid for that.
That's a wonderful story. She's going to be a good coach, isn't she?
We have got plans for Courtney. I'm not going to get into that, but, you know, we've got plans. We're not going to leave her sitting by the side of the road. I can tell you that. She may very well be one of our GAs next year. That's going to be up to her, or if somebody reaches in and gets her.
All right, got a couple of questions from the crowd.
How good can Tamia become? I think Tamia can be as good as anybody that's come through here. She reminds me a lot of Chrissy Givens, to be honest with you. And we're very, very happy with her and her family. Her daddy was one that, you know, she didn't get to play much last year. You can get a little disgruntled. I've been there. I've been a daddy. I know. And I just said, hey, you got to trust me. Just trust me. Well, I'm going to trust you. Well, he met me going out of the gym Saturday, and I've never seen anybody as happy as him. He said, Coach, I'm glad that I trusted you, because to me it's just getting started. She's got a great, great future. At Huntsville, would this still be beneath the basketball? Yes, the ice will be beneath the basketball court, and you better dress warm. Matter of fact, Deb and myself went out Sunday, and we bought some warm stuff to wear.
Well, you know, I think I'd broadcast with a neck scarf on and my coat on and my cap. So,
Dick, all I care about is that last column. If it says we win the championship, I'll go out and wear a T-shirt.
There you go. Well said. We'll take our final break, and we'll be back with Rick Hensel Live from the Boulevard after this from Learfield. Clear.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the excellence at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com. Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and makes the competition speechless. Greatness starts here with a built Ford Tough F-150 at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more
Got one of my
important to
early
Starry
rings
than
on.
the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
Sunbelt.
So we could just as
Okay.
easily be
I don't
Starry
remember what
Lime
year, but it
Lemon
was
Soda.
16-0 conference.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for
Well, we got a chance to do that again.
Yep.
Starry hits different.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. Because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. Hello, I'm State Farm agent Deb Insel, and I can help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
Welcome back for the final time. Tonight, Rick Ensel Live coming to you from the Boulevard. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors that have been with us all year. Of course, the Boulevard, First Vision Bank, the Lee Company, our good friends at Bud Light, and of course, our university also chips in and helps us do this,
Dick,
Coach.
we got a young man here that you go back to the Tennessee game, why everything went so smooth. I think Chris Massaro turned over to Nathan, sitting over here to my right, Nathan Wallach. He did everything to get where we would all have a good time in Huntsville. It ended up being successful, and I don't know if anybody said anything to him since then.
Stand up, Nathan.
We appreciate you, Nathan. He'll be down at the conference tournament also.
And he's also done a lot to help us get set up here and get this thing off the road. Also like to thank Chip for coming in and setting the equipment up early. Every game he comes in an hour or so early to do that. Jake, our information guy, Jeff here at the Boulevard, and our producer back at Learfield is Talik, and he's done a great job for us. And now we head to
Jeff needs to be thanking us. Look at this crowd.
A beautiful crowd.
And
yes,
everybody ate. Everybody ate tonight. Jeff's a good one. I see him 3 or 4 times a week. He's a good one.
Now we head to Liberty tomorrow.
We do.
I talked to Chris while he was on about the charter and everything, and that's a great gesture on his part.
Well, I think the best thing about the whole thing, we play Liberty. We had a great practice day. We'll have a good practice tomorrow. We go up and practice at Liberty also. But we're taking a charter plane up and back. Our players will be in their apartments by 9 o'clock Wednesday night. We'll play the game, get on the charter, come back to Smyrna, and then they'll be in their apartments by 9:30 at the latest, and they'll be back in class. They'll miss 1 day of class.
Haven't really gone over the tournament because we don't know who's going to be playing.
Well, there's not any class this week, so I don't have to worry about it.
I came in today and the parking lot was empty.
Yep.
Anyway, we don't really know how it's going to shake out as far as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's all going to be decided this week.
Well, I think what you've got going right now is you've got everybody trying to get opposite Middle Tennessee State. And you've got Liberty and also FIU have done that. Now, I don't know who else is going to be with us or on the other side of the bracket or whatever. We really don't focus in on that. We don't focus in on it where we practice. We were talking today, Tom, and was telling us we got our practice schedule set up for all you fans that are down there wants to come to practice. And I said, why do we need to worry about where we're practicing at? Because when we were at Dallas, we practiced at a rec center.
All right.
And so, we don't get caught up in the lights, what kind of balls you're using, where you practice at. We go in there to go over our scout, and we accomplish that, then we go to the gym.
You play them in a barn loft, you said.
Well, I played in the barn loft before, but I'd rather be playing at the last house.
There you go. All right, that's going to wrap up. Hey, it's been another good season, Coach. It
we-
ain't over yet.
We appreciate you. No, it's not over. We're gonna have some more. We're gonna have some more shows.
All right, Coach Rick Ensel, folks.
Thank y'all.
Chip Walters is next, and Coach Nick McDevitt will be joining him. As I don't think the Blue Raiders know exactly when they're going to be playing yet, but they will be playing, and we want to be down there and support them also. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out each and every Monday night. You're really a joy to be around. Thank you so much. For Coach Ensel, Dick Palmer, and that's it. Rick Ensel Live, another season in the books from Learfield.
This has been Rick Ensel Live, presented by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Our coverage is also